Hello and welcome to another viewer edit. Today I've got this beautiful picture from Moacyr and I'm gonna attempt to edit it in Lightroom, but for up I have to say that I'm really gonna push the boundaries of what is possible with a JPEG file and that the difference is gonna be very big. Alright, so I'm here in Lightroom and as I said before, I'm really gonna change the look of this picture very dramatically, and it's really pushing the boundaries of what is possible with a JPEG image. It is a little bit overexposed, so I'm definitely gonna work with that as well. I think the whole scene is absolutely beautiful, but I really just want to make this very vibrant and very in your face, and I really think this picture has a lot of potential, but you know, keep in mind that this is a JPEG, and at the end I'm really just going for the overall look. If you of course have the RAW file, you will be able to get much more detail and fine adjustments out of it. Alright, so first thing I'm gonna do is just crop away some of the sky. It's just a little bit too much. I'm just gonna crop something like this, and I think it works pretty well. Then I am going to go a lot plus contrast here because I really want some at least texture in this valley area. So I'm gonna go quite a bit into the plus contrast, and I am going to raise the shadows by quite a bit as well. Then let's see with the other adjustments. I'm actually not quite sure in terms of the highlight slider. I think I might even go a little bit into the plus highlights. That's something I really do very rarely, but since this portion of the sky is overexposed already, I really, you know, it's no point in bringing it down, and I think if I just go plus, it works better for the picture, and it really amplifies that look that I'm going for, which is just amplifying these sun rays and making everything very vibrant. Then to the whites, I'm just gonna adjust them and maybe even bring them up as well. The blacks themselves, I don't think I'm gonna go too far in any direction here, but just a little bit into the minus with the blacks. Then clarity. Now this picture is very difficult. I think I am going to go just a little bit into the plus clarity. I really love the look of the plus clarity in the valley. I don't really like it that much in the foreground, and I think in the background with these sun rays it does work, but just not too much. So I'm just gonna add a little bit here and maybe even add some more in just the middle ground with some adjustment brushes later. And then one of the biggest adjustments that I wanted to do is color temperature, and I'm definitely gonna raise that by quite a bit. Now it's a very blue picture, but it doesn't look bad, but I really just want to amplify this very kind of sunset mood and make everything warm and, you know, very artistic and very vibrant. Then the tint slider, I'm just gonna adjust that to make sure we don't have any color cast. Maybe just a little bit plus into the pink area, and I am going to go down to the tonal curve first of all. I'm definitely gonna do a lot of local adjustments here, but first I'm just gonna finish up with the global adjustments. Just play around with the rest, you know, kind of see what works, what doesn't. And yeah, I think I'm done with the tonal curve, and I am going to go straight away down to the split toning, and I definitely want to add even more color here in this photo, especially in the highlight portions. You see that right here, even warmer, even more vibrant, and I really think that look works very well. So let me just figure out which kind of tone I want here. I think I'm gonna go with a mixture between orange and yellow, just something like that, and then of course bring down the saturation. I don't want to add too much, but I also want to add quite a bit to really pronounce this color and this overall sunset mood. So I'm gonna go probably around 50 here. And let's go further down in the global adjustments. I mean, this is a, you know, a JPEG edit. I'm not gonna use this picture for anything anyways, since it's not my picture, of course. You know, I really just want to show the overall look, and I don't think that the detail tool really is needed just to show the overall look. Same with the lens corrections, but I am going to add just a little bit of vignetting here. So then I think I'm already done with the global adjustments, and I really just want to kind of look at the picture for a second and see if there's a little bit too much, a little bit less. I'm definitely gonna add quite a lot of local adjustments, but let me just see. Maybe I've added a little bit too much plus, you know, whites and plus highlights. So I might just bring that down a little bit, something like that. Yeah, that seems a little bit more natural and a little bit less, you know, aggressive. So then I think I'm gonna grab a graduated filter and just drag it over the very top right corner of this photo and just go a little bit into the minus clarity to kind of soften the light, and I think that works pretty well. While I'm at it, let me just grab an adjustment brush and just go over this cloud on the left and kind of go down into the saturation, just because it had really a yellow cast and I don't think it really works for this photo, so that looks already a lot better. And then I'm gonna grab another graduated filter and just drag it over the left portion of this photo and just kind of go a little bit more into the minus exposure, maybe even bring down the highlights, you know, so we really have a nice differentiation from right to left and really get a sense of depth in terms of lighting. So I'm gonna amplify that even more by grabbing an adjustment brush and just add some vignetting over these left portions and maybe even the bottom here. I think that works quite well. Want to make sure that everything looks nice and natural, and maybe even grab another one just for the very left portion right here. I might have to zoom in here just to kind of get rid of this very small path, because that's really disturbing the whole flow of the picture. So after we've done that, I think I have a pretty good look overall. Then I am going to grab another adjustment brush and this time go into the plus contrast and just kind of paint some contrast over pretty much the entire middle part of this photo, just to make everything a little bit more, you know, stand out even more dramatic. Might just want to get rid of this contrast in the top right, but overall I really think the contrast works really well. And then I am going to grab another adjustment brush and still go a little bit into the plus contrast, but also mix it with a little bit of plus clarity, and then just paint in some of these parts. I might have gone a little bit too far. I might even have to go minus highlights in order to go plus clarity. That way we really get the even more pronunciation of the texture. And just paint over some more parts. I really don't think I can do it too much because I've already edited this picture so much, and you know, JPEG pictures only have so much information to work with. But I think the overall look of the picture is pretty much there, and it's really a very vibrant and very artistic look. There might be just a little bit too much highlights in this area right here, so let me try and fix that, and yeah, it looks a lot better. So then let me actually try and go into the plus vibrance here of the global adjustments, because I think these green tones could be even more pronounced, just a little bit. And I might even go into the HSL tool, luminance, and go over the greens and just bring them up just a tiny bit as well, to once again pronounce all of these plus exposure parts even more. And while I'm at it, might as well play around with the green hue and see if there's anything I like better. I think I might just go a little bit into the plus with the greens, just to kind of pronounce the green tones even more. And let me think. I think I might try to add another graduated filter just over the right portion and make a very soft edge, even softer than this right here, really very soft over pretty much the entire image. And then just try to add a little bit of orange towards the right in this graduated filter. So let me see, does it work? I think it works pretty well. Of course, that's way too much saturation. I'm just trying to get the exact color hue that I want. And yeah, I think I'm gonna go more towards the orange, and then of course lower the saturation, but just a little bit of color here towards the right I think works even better for the overall picture. Let's see here without this one and with, yeah, I think it just complexifies the light and the color scheme even more. So, I said it previously that I am not going to change anything with the detail tool, since of course this is just a JPEG picture and it's really all about the overall look, but I think I still want to get rid of this color noise by bringing the color noise reduction slider quite a bit to the right, and you see the difference between before and after. It looks a lot cleaner. Apparently in JPEG images it actually does affect the overall colors a little bit. In RAW files it really just gets rid of the color noise, and you don't really have to worry about hurting any of the other colors by bringing that to the right. But I am going to just leave that there. Noise reduction, there might be just a little bit of noise, so I'm also going to bring that slider to the right. That's definitely something you want to do with your RAW file, because this is a very noisy picture because we've added so many adjustments. But I am also going to add just a little bit of sharpening, and of course bring the sharpening mask to the right here. So at the end we have a little bit of a cleaner overall looking picture. But I am not quite done yet. I think a last thing that I'm gonna do here is just add some dodge and burning, because I really think I want to make these hills a little bit more pronounced and kind of differentiate the minus and plus exposure here. I'm gonna do that of course while recording. Nothing is going to be skipped here. First of all, I'm just gonna go a little bit into the minus exposure, maybe even add a little bit of contrast, and just kind of amplify, you know, all of these dark parts. Right click duplicate. I'm gonna go quite fast here and not really pay so much attention to detail to keep the video relatively short, but you know, you get the idea. Right click duplicate here, and you know, I think the minus adjustments, let's just see before, after, just a little bit more contrast. And I'm gonna grab even another graduated filter and go this time just a little bit into the plus exposure, and maybe even try to mix that with some plus clarity and some orange here, just to, you know, even make everything more interesting. Definitely don't want to do that too much, just a tiny bit. Something like that works pretty well. Actually, might as well bring a little bit plus contrast into the photo as well. And you know, just kind of make these bright portions even more pronounced. Of course, adjust it and then right click duplicate, maybe right here. And another one over there. And yeah, I think overall I'm pretty much done with this picture. Actually I see a little bit of chromatic aberration here, so let me just remove that real quick. And let's see, a final look. Maybe the left portion of this guy right here is a little bit too dark, so let me grab an adjustment brush and just bring that over the left portion of this sky right here and go a little bit into the plus exposure. So now I really think I am done with this picture. It's a really heavy adjustment, but I think, you know, the end result, I really love that look. Now of course keep in mind that I really like very vibrant and very in your face pictures, so you don't necessarily have to go quite as far as I have done, or of course you could go into the complete opposite direction. You know, I'm just trying to give you, you know, my opinion or my view on what I would do with this picture. So let's see here the before without any editing, and you know, I think this looks so much more boring, so much more like a snapshot. And at the end here, I mean, it's, as I said at the start, a very heavy adjustment and really a very vibrant and very in your face kind of picture. But I think the overall look, I really like that look. So once again, thank you very much for submitting this picture. I had a ton of fun editing it, and I hope you could take away some tips or maybe at least get some inspiration for your own editing. I really think if you edit the raw file, you could end up with a really high quality and a very good and very impactful picture. Thank you all very much for watching. If you would like to submit your own landscape photo, then be sure to check out this video right here, or the link in the description down below, and there I give you all of the information you need to know about submitting your own picture. If you like this video, be sure to leave a thumbs up. If you think that's ridiculously oversaturated and over-edited, then be sure to leave a thumbs down, and be sure to subscribe for more edits just like this one, raw file edits, Lightroom tutorials, quick edits, Lightroom editing videos, all kind of stuff. So thank you all once again very much for watching. Go out there and take some awesome pictures, and please shoot RAW, because if you shoot RAW you will get a much better quality and even more information to edit out of your picture than any JPEG file could ever do. And of course, on top of that all, please take care. See you in the next episode. Goodbye. So let me, just for security reasons, let's go while I'm at it, let me just grab a in terms of mine and just kind of drag it over the entire tripod. Why isn't this reset, man?